Virginia Democrats are launching an immediate counterstrike to the U.S. Supreme Court's 6-3 December 5, 2025, ruling allowing Texas to deploy its racially gerrymandered mid-decade congressional map, designed by Governor Greg Abbott and Donald Trump to carve 5 additional Republican seats, by advancing a constitutional amendment to enable their own aggressive redraw, with Senate President Pro Tem Louise Lucas vowing a 10-1 Democratic advantage and House Speaker Don Scott confirming the chamber's 65D majority will pass the resolution on January 14, 2026, to put it before voters in April for midterm impact. Virginia's Democratic legislative juggernaut, fresh from November 2025's landslide expanding the House of Delegates to 64D, 36R, and Senate to 21D, 19R, seizes the Supreme Court's shadow docket gift, Alito's bloc presuming legislative good faith and faulting challengers for lacking alternatives. As a green light for payback gerrymandering, Lucas is fiery. "I've got something in store for Texas," tweet promising 10-1 retaliation, while Scott teases the chamber's potential to flip the current 6D5R delegation into blue dominance. The High Court stay torpedoes the Western District of Texas panel's October injunction, Kaczmarek's Trump-appointed trio's 160-page verdict, after 9 days of testimony from 24 witnesses and 3,000 exhibits, branding the map a 14th to 15th Amendment abomination of racial predominance, evidence of cracking Latino enclaves for partisan prey now deferred to appeals abyss. Kagan's dissent, joined by Sotomayor and Jackson, lacerates the majority for holiday weekend paper push reversal, flouting clear error review to rubber stamp racial sorting, ensuring midterms under minority-crushing lines. California's Prop 50, 62% voter approved in November, added 3 Democratic offsets to blunt Texas's 5-red surge, Newsom's chest mirroring the tit-for-tat that SCOTUS now nods to, North Carolina and Indiana eyeing similar strokes. Scott's bully bulwark rhetoric, "stand up to the bloc's brute," echoes the 2021 GOP map's blackpacking infamy. Lucas's November 2nd vow to pack Republicans into one district, a poetic payback on the Grateful jibe. Trump's -12 morning consult approval in Virginia underscores the vulnerability. 2025's blue wave, Spamberger's 15-point romp, 5 Trump won districts flipped, a voter verdict on regime hostility from Doge cuts to ACA subsidy sabotage. The amendment's January 14th first-day push, identical language for voter ballot in April, bypasses the intervening election requirement. Community-based curves a cloak for 10-1 tilt in the 65D chamber's clout. Republican silence on Texas, North Carolina, Florida, Indiana, Missouri, mid-decade mayhem. Tilting midterms via map malice. Hypocrisy. Lucas and Scott skewer. Spare the lectures, a lecture on lecturing. This isn't defense, it's democratic jiu-jitsu. Virginia's veto-proof veto on Virginia's voice. Midterms mangled in map wars where SCOTUS's piety permits legislative larceny. Virginia's Democratic supermajority, cemented in November 2025 with House ballooning to 64D, 36R, and Senate 21D, 19R, ignites the gerrymander counteroffensive post-Supreme Court's December 5th stay greenlighting Texas's mid-decade monstrosity. Abbott-Trump's summer 2025 scheme slicing 5 GOP seats from 2021's warped web, targeting Latino boomtowns with racial razor precision. The Western District's October marathon, 9 days, 24 witnesses, 3,000 exhibits, yielded Kaczmarek's 160-page indictment of 14th to 15th sins, legislative emails admitting cracked the Hispanics for red gains, enjoining the map for 2026 ballots. Trump's October 15th Alito appeal snagged shadow docket salvation. The justice's administrative stay suspending enforcement until tonight's 6-3 edict. Alito presuming good faith in ambiguities while chiding LULAC for no viable alternative. Blind to pre-2025 status quo. Kagan's trio thunders the trials trashing on cold record. Clear error canon cankered for conservative calculus. Racial districts dictating midterms in violations vice. California's Prop 50, 62% November landslide, minted 3 blue bastions as Abbott antidote. Newsom's offset a scalpel to the 5 red surplus. Lucas's November 2nd pack Republicans into one. Payback parodies 2021's blackpacking gratitude. Her 10:1 tweet a tantalizing taunt post-ruling. Scott's January 14th resolution right. Identical amendment language for April voter verdict. Clears the intervening election hurdle. 65D chamber churning community contours into countercuts. North Carolina's Democratic dens deliberate deluges. Indiana and Missouri mulling mid-decade mirrors. States redraw a rush, a reciprocal rampage rationalized by SCOTUS's laissez-faire. Trump's -12 Virginia poll plunges partisan peril. Spamberger's 15-point romp and 5 Trump district flips a 2025 blue bolt on regime rage from Musk's Doge chainsaw to ACA subsidy sabotage. The irreparable harm, HARP, primary pandemonium, hollows under hypocrisy, district deference drowned in docket dalliance. Appeals eternity seals the gerrymander's golden goose. House math mangled midterm ward. 2021's VRA violator pulses prequel. Trump's collusion crimson in contorted contours. Federal state balance. Baloney balances bigots beam. Majority's confusion. Mona mirthless mockery of map drafters' malice. This docket dalliance dissects democracy's dimming. Shadow docket shroud sheltering sins in 6 justice stasis. Virginia's Richmond Capitol crackles with Democratic fire on December 6, 2025. Lucas's tweet thread thundering. Something in store for Texas. 21D Senate chamber buzzing as her 10:1 taunt trends. November 2's blackpacking payback a poetic prod in the post-ruling pulse. Scott's House huddle hums with 64D resolve. January 14th's resolution, right of first day fiat, identical amendment, inking April's voter vow, 65D clout churning community curves into countercuts. The Western District's October War Room wilted under 9-day evidentiary onslaught. Kaczmarek's gavel guarding the 160-page gut punch. Witnesses' words weaving racial razor tails. 3,000 exhibits etching crack the Latinos in legislative ledgers. Trump's Austin Alito hotline October 15th hummed with haste, shadow docket's sanctum swallowing the stay, Alito's administrative anchor halting the halt amid primary preps pandemonium. SCOTUS's marble maze simmered over Thanksgiving, Alito's block brewing the 6-3 brew, Kagan's dissent drafting fire amid Sotomayor-Jackson nods, cold record a canvas for conservative strokes. California's Prop 50 war rooms hooped at 62% blue wave. Newsom's mapmakers etching 3 Democratic districts in retaliatory red ink. Latino strongholds shielded from Texas theft. North Carolina's Democratic dens deliberate daggers. Mid-decade maps multiplying in midnight sessions. Indiana-Missouri attorneys pouring precedents post-ruling. Alito's memo landed evening thunder. Good faith gospel a balm for sins. Challenger's omission a gotcha glossing status quo. Kagan's tome tore the veil. Trial truths trashed for appellate air. Clear error scofflaw in conservative clutches. Abbott's Austin aides exhale and stay shadow. 5 seats secured in racial rubble. Trump's telegrams touting triumph. Appeals avenue stretches to 2030. Gerrymander's gears grinding on. Midterms mangled in mapmakers' malice. Trump's -12 poll plunges partisan peril. Spamberger's romp a blue bolt on regime rage. Doge's chainsaw scars Virginia's veteran veins. ACA sabotage a subsidy sting in state souls. This tableau teams with tit-for-tat tempest. Virginia's veto a vivid vendetta. Lucas's in store for Texas. Tweet ignites Virginia's viral vein. Senate's 21D roar rising as 10:1 taunt trends. November 2's payback, prod a poetic punch in post-ruling pulse. Scott's huddle hums 64D resolve. January 14th, right of first day fire. Amendments April ask a voter vow in 65D clout. Kaczmarek's panel exhales at verdict's vent. Witnesses worry washing in 160-page vindication. Latino leaders hugging hallway huddles. Abbott's Austin fury flares fast. Trump's Alito appeal a lifeline lob in lawyerly lather. Stays suspension a sugar rush for map drafters. SCOTUS's 6 simmer satisfaction and 6-3 grant. Alito's good faith a balm for sins. Challenger's absence a gotcha gloss. Kagan's dissent drips disdain. Sotomayor Jackson joins Jossett at haste. Trial toil tossed for paper push. California's Newsom grins at Prop 50's 62% landslide. Mapmakers' mirth mirroring mischief in Blue Bomb. North Carolina Dems deliberate in Dens dim. Mid-decade mimicry mulling precedents percolate. Bipartisan briefers, buzz stays sting. LULAC lawyers livid at racial remnants rammed midterms. Trump's telegrams trumpet triumph. Abbott aides toasting 5-seat salvation. Appeals ache at Avenue's abyss. District dance, circuit crawl, SCOTUS sequel. 5-7-year slog sealing grip. 2021 Blueprint Pulses prequel. Trump's collusion crimson thread. Spamberger's 15-point romp ripples red route. 5 Trump district flips a 2025 bolt. Doge cuts scar veteran veins. ACA sabotage subsidy sting. This reaction reel reeks recoil. Distractions dodging deluge. Virginia's 10:1 T's dissects as democratic jiu-jitsu. Lucas Scott's supermajority, swords swinging at SCOTUS's shadow stay. 64D. 21D cloud a counterpunch to Texas's 5 red felony. November's blue bolt. Spamberger's 15, 5 Trump flips. A voter veto on regime rage from Doge chainsaws to ACA sabotage. The 6-3 grant guts the district's 160-page gut punch. Alito's good faith gloss a gauzy veil on racial razors. 9-day trials, 3,000-page truths trashed for ambiguous alibis and alternative absences blind to status quo stare. Kagan's dissent detonates the dodge. Sotomayor Jackson jabs the cold record coup. Clear error cankering conservative calculus. Racial districts dictating midterms in violations vice. California's Prop 50 parody pulses poetic. 62% voter venom, vending 3 blue bastions to blunt Abbott's audacity. Mid-decade mirror magnifying the mess. North Carolina Indiana's nascent nods nurture norm. States redraw a rush reciprocal rampage rationalized by rulings rubber stamp. The irreparable harm. Harp hollows hypocrisy. District deference drowned in docket dalliance mere months from ballots. Appeals eternity seals golden goose. House math mangled midterm ward. 2021's warped weave wins 2025 felony. Trump's collusion crimson curse contorted contours. Federal state, balance, baloney bigots beam, majorities confusion, moan mirthless mockery map drafters malice. Scott's bully bulwark, stand up, echoes 2021 blackpacking gratitude, jibe, Lucas's pack into one a payback prod. Trump's -12 poll plunges peril. Virginia's veto voice veto proof in 65D chamber. Doge's veteran vein scars. Subsidy stings state souls. This docket dalliance democracy's dimming. Shadow shroud since 6 justice stasis. The gerrymander's bitter afterbite lingers like legislative laudanum. Texas's racial redline relic rammed midterms maw. 5 GOP graphs gorging Latino votes. Vivisected verdicts void. Kaczmarek's trial toil putrefies paper push purgatory. Trump trio truths toppled good faith ghosts, alternative alibis absent old map. Kagan's dissent drips defiant. Sotomayor Jackson judicial Jeremiah jabbing haste heresy. Clear error canker court cold calculus. California's Prop 50 payback pulses poetic. 62% voter venom vending blue bastions blunt Abbott audacity. Mid-decade mirror maze. Virginia's Scott savors 10-1 tantalizing tango. 65D chamber churning community, cloaks democratic deluge. SCOTUS laissez-faire license legislative lunacy. North Carolina nods nurture norm. Redraw a rush reciprocal rampage ruling rubber stamp wake. Appeals abyss 5-7 slog seals gerrymander grip. House math mangled midterm mangled map. 2021 warped weave 2025 felony. Trump collusion crimson contorted contours. Eve, piety punchline punches hollow. District deference docket dalliance dim. This necrotic narrative nauseates national news. Shadow docket shroud strangling scrutiny. yet states symmetric stabs tit-for-tat tempest tease tables turn, democracy dimming doused, defiant redraws dawn.